Welcome to video number 2 of the Exploits Valley High Content Management System series. In this video we're going to try to take a look at how to create basic teacher web presence on the school's website, as well as to create basic course information and to host resources for PowerSchool linked documents, non-public, only available through PowerSchool resources. So first of all, let's log in and take a look at the content management system. So you go to school's address /admin and log in using your username and password. First time you're in, you'll notice that if it's your first time in on your home page, you'll notice that you'll see the home page, my home page content, and your ability to edit this. Let's take a look at what that relates to. If you go to the school's address /teachers .aspx. Until this is public, it's not linked yet. So /teachers.aspx. You'll get a page where you select a teacher. In this case, I'm going to select myself, and there should not be any information here. You'll see basic information with my name, a menu system on the left, and this information that you inherit. It's part of the static starting point. If you like this information as is, you do not have to change it. Read it and see if it suits you. If not, you have the option to change it, and here's how. So returning to the admin side, work in multiple tabs when you're editing, it's very wise. You'll see that you can click on edit the homepage content, and you get a rich text box here where you can edit the content. Now there's a fairly broad ability to edit this with some knowledge of basic word processing, using the menus here as well. I'd advise you not to change the font family, font size. Leave it so that the whole website has one very smooth design amongst all teachers, and it'll look very held together nicely, very unified. But you can paste text in here from somewhere else. I've got some text that I copied from the page just before that. It's basically what was there. Now you can envision how you want to change this. If you want to say hi, whatever you want to say, you can just put whatever you want to here. So welcome to, we already have welcome there. So I don't know what you want to change, but if you wanted to change the text to say something here, you certainly can. So I'm just going to, for the sake of today, I'm just going to leave it to what it was, and just to sake, I'll just make a couple of little changes here probably. I'll put note that I am available for tutoring on Tuesdays. Tuesdays from 3:15 to 4 p.m. Let's say you just wanted to have that as part of your website. Now, you can make anything you want there. And there's a lot of ways to actually edit and put hyperlinks and even to embed pictures. We'll deal with that later under a section called Advanced Editing. Let's just save that. When I save that now, if I return to this website, you won't see it right away. What you want to do is click refresh. Now you can see that this edit is now part of your top level website. So you can envision what you could change. You want to be careful with this here. If it's not to your satisfaction, come back and let's just get back in here. Get back to your home and say this here is not to your liking. You notice that even though you look like you got a paragraph break, you don't. Put an extra one here. It's a strange thing with rich text boxes. Anyway, now if you reload that, we should see a line break there. There you go. We got it. Okay? So again, you go to your website, you'll see that at the home you can have my homepage content. That's what people see when they come to /teachers.aspx and they pick you and they go to your top level site, view your page. Whatever you edit will change here. You cannot change this, you cannot change this, but you can change all of this here. This here is part of it as well. Notice that there's no courses there yet. Well, I think that a minimal web presence for teachers at Exploits Valley High would best include at least information about the courses they are teaching. It does not have to include stuff and materials to support those courses from here if you don't want to. And for many of you, it's not necessarily beneficial or appropriate or will find broad use. For some of you, it would be essential and you've been doing it for years and you want to continue. We would like everybody to have a minimal informational web presence and the ability to host resources on a website without any programming knowledge, and to be able to add course information, units, notes, all kinds of things if they choose to and if it's relevant. So we're going to show you how we've proven that that is now possible. Okay, so let's take a look at how to get basic information about courses. First of all, you have no courses, so let's add some courses. I'm going to put a course number here. And it's going to be Robotic Systems 3205, and that's the course name. Now, in this text box here, I'm going to put content of a description that I would like for parents to see. A brief description. It can be long, but there's not much need of it being extremely long. I suggest that you have the exact same thing that you should have in PowerSchool. So let's take a look at what you have in PowerSchool. When you go into your course in PowerSchool and Teacher Gradebook, go to Class Info for that course, you probably already have a brief description and probably a scoring rubric or evaluation scheme, and maybe even a web link. Actually, if you have those things there in PowerSchool, which is where you should at least have them, you can simply copy that. Now you can't get a right-click copy in PowerSchool. Highlight with your mouse and go Control-C. Then let's get out of the Power Teacher Gradebook. Let's come back here. Now, if you paste it in here and you right click, you may not get a paste. Let's see. You did get it with Control V. You may see a problem here. You may see a line break problem. This came in nicely because it came from PowerSchool. If you're coming from a Word document or a notepad, you may see a bunch of lines show up here where the words are cut off and they didn't go over and wrap to the edge like they could have. Well, let's just save this as basic information, and let's go back to the teacher web page and just click the Craig Wells Home, and you can see that one course shows up, a minimum number of lines, and when we click on that you can actually see that Robotic Systems 3205 is here. It only goes to, I think it's 6 lines, and then it'll give you this box to expand it. Let's click on that. Now you see the results, the course number, course name. You see the description that I pasted in. You saw a note I had here. Now, this was a web link that I copied in, and it's not behaving. I won't deal with that right now. I'll deal with it later under the advanced linking information. You can put hyperlinks, you can put pictures and things into this here as you wish. We'll just deal with it later because it's not deep coding, but it's a little bit. And it's very easy for anyone who's interested to conquer it. So we'll come back to that. For now, what we'll do is we'll actually go to courses and we'll edit that description and we'll take out that line just to show you that you can go back anytime and change things around. Okay? Notice again, I don't want this line here, so I'm just going to edit this here so it looks like this. I will have a double entry here if I don't want this double line look to you is actually one line of a paragraph break. Click Save, and that is updated. Okay, so I'm going to try to keep each video to 10 minutes. So basically, all we've introduced here is that you can edit your home page, you can add courses to show what you teach in your role here at Exploits Valley High. You can actually edit the contents of the description at any time, formatting it by copying it from something like Power Teacher Gradebook, copying the description here, or do it inside of the content management system and then copy it into PowerSchool and have it here under the Class Info tab for your course. Have the same information here. If you don't know how to do hyperlinks, you can actually create your own right here, and that's how that information there is a hyperlink. Okay? If you know the code, you could type it yourself. Otherwise, you could just click right here, type the URL or paste it, type the words you want hyperlinked, and click OK. and you would end up with this here. And that's how you put a hyperlink into the information. So we'll stop this video here at 10 minutes, and basically next video we'll go on with looking at how to do things such as add files and folders to your website, link them up to PowerSchool, and or link them up to publicly accessible documents in a web presence.